Okay guys, Swissmo is the Learning Python Dinada Sana. You're welcome to this session. In this session, we are actually going to cover how you can implement user registration with an activation link on email, how you can implement simple login, simple logout, and a password reset by sending a reset link on email. So this is actually going to be full hands-on video, and I hope you're gonna enjoy. If it's the first time for you to watch out my channel, do not forget to subscribe so as you can be timely updated when we upload a new video. So keep on watching, get prepared, and let's go. So here we start with creating the Django project. After creating the Django project, we'll move towards creating the Django application, then the Django forms, the Django views, then after registering the Django views on URLs. As I told you that it is actually going to be from the start, from the scratch, which will give you a chance to learn the Django if it is the first time for you to watch a video about the Django. So I'll come here, right? Okay. We are actually using VS Code as our coding editor. So I'll right click. Okay. Then after click new, then terminal. So it is recommended to use virtual environment in Python so as you can avoid the conflicting of packages between one project and another. So for that case, we are actually going to create a virtual environment, right? So before I proceed, I would like to delete this virtual environment here. Okay. Or whatever, I can rename it. That's cool. So in Python, to create a virtual environment, the command is python m vm. Okay, the command will create a virtual environment as you can see, and inside our virtual environment we are going to install packages, right? So there is a simple command to activate virtual environment. This command differs from Windows to Linux. In Linux, there is a different way to activate virtual environment, but this is how you can activate virtual environment in Windows. So after that, we are going to create, before creating anything, we need to install packages in this virtual environment because we have actual already activated. So you start with activating the virtual environment before installing of packages within virtual environment. Okay, so we actually going to install only one package, which is the Django. So we are going to say pip install Django. Okay, let me check the version here. The version needed is 2.4.2.5. Okay, that's cool. So people install the Django, then after this is actually the version we want to install. Alright, so after installing of the Django, it is a time now to create the Django project. Okay. Okay, let's write. So we can say Django admin start project. Okay. My auth Django, something like that. So you can see the command has created the Django project with the name myauth underscore Django. So we are done with creating virtual environment. We have activated the virtual environment. We have installed the package, which is the Django 4.2.5 in our virtual environment. After that, we have created the Django project. Okay, so what we can do here, uh, I want to display only Django my auth underscore Django. Okay, so what we can do here, we can close, and after we can open up our project. After opening our project, we can open the terminal. After opening the terminal, we can cd directory. Then after we can activate the virtual environment. After that, we can cd to our root directory of our project. All right. So the next step is to create the Django web application. Okay. So I would like to create the Django web application with the name authentication. Okay. The command to create the Django project and the Django web application, they are almost similar. So can do something like this. Instead of start project, the command is start up. Okay, something like this. This is perfect. You can see this is our application. Okay, our application name auth. Okay, that's cool. So after after creating an application, we actually needed to register this application on setting py before running the Django migration. So click here. Then after, under the section, I can say within Python list of installed application, add your third part application. You can put comment here like this is third part application apps, because these are the apps which come by default with Django, and these are the third-party apps which are created by you. So whenever you create an app, put here. I think that's okay. After creating an application and registering the application name on Django setting py file, it is a time now to run the Django migration. By default, we are actually going to use SQLite 3 as database because it's actual the Django default database and we don't want to change it. But for your own customization, you can change it to MySQL, PostgreSQL, Oracle, or whatever. Okay, according to numbers of database the Django supports. Okay, so it's a time to run the Django migration. So the command is Python manage py. We start with make migrations. Okay, that's okay. You can see there is one added file db.sqlite3 added at the root of our project. Okay, after that we need to migrate. Okay, so the command of migration is actually going to create tables. I mean, there are default tables which comes with the Django. So once you learn migrate, it will actually create the default table, and if there is any custom table in models py file. For our case, because we have no any custom or any custom or any our model or any our table, it will actually create the Django default tables. That's clear. So after that, we needed to run the Django. Okay, we needed to run the Django default web server. Okay, so this is actually a command to run the Django default web server, but for your case, you can actually choose to deploy it on Nginx web server, Apache, or so on. Okay, so just go to your browser, then after type localhost, then the default Django port is 8000, and this is actual a default Django web page after a successful installation of Django, right? So we are done. We have actually created the Django project. We moved it to creating the Django application. Then after registering our app on setting py, running migration, and this is the point we are standing. Okay, if you're lagging behind or you have any questions so far, you can put comment below and I'll actually try to answer it. So after doing this, what is the next thing? Okay, as I told you that we are actually going to start with creating a register page. So let's go directly to our application here. The first thing will be creating a form. Okay, we'll create a form for registering. Okay, after creating a form, we'll create Django view and so on. So let's create forms py. So we are going to design a form which will be used by users to reset to register. Okay, to register on our web application, but as immediately as they have successfully registered, they'll be sent with an activation link to their email. Okay, so let us create a form here. Okay, let us create a form. So we import a default model user from django.contrib.auth.models. Then after, we are going to import forms from Django. So after importing those three necessary lines for our task key, we are going to create user registration form, which will be used during registration part. This form is actual class based, and it is actually going to inherit the characteristic of user registration form we imported on the first line. We have actually defined that the form is going to be used for bundle user, and the fields specify the the element of a form. Saying so, we need the first name of the user, last name of the user, username, email, password 1 and password 2, so as we can actually confirm if the user is matching his or her own password at the registration step. By default, username will be unique, but we actually want to set email to be unique because we'll actually be using email to reset their password. So let us create a simple function here for checking if a user email exists during user registration and form validation. So def is defined function, user defined function. It is a keyword used to create a function in Python. So clean the data. This is actually like a Python dictionary which contains uh, validated validated data from a user submitted form. As I told you that we are checking if a user email exists before we take and save user email. So if the email already exists, we will actually raise an error before user form during registration process. That's okay. So this is our form. So after creating a form, the next thing to do here is to create the Django view. Okay, so we come here and we create a view which will be special for user registration. So here on top I'll import very important things needed. Then after we needed to import our form we created. After that, we are going to create the Django view for user register. So what has been done so far? So here we initialize our form. After initialize our form, we receive the data submitted by our user registration form with a method post. After that, what is being done here is to check if the form is valid. Okay, so it will actually check if a username exists. It will actually check uh, the length of the password. And what it is actually be doing, it is actually using the default things present in this user creation form. So inside this user creation form, there are there is a function which validates this form, okay? And what we have actually done here is to add one more validation, which will actually be checking if a user email existing. So when a user is doing registration, if the first name will miss, the form will return with an error that your submitted form has a missing first name. If the form will have a username who is already registered in our system, our form will render the error by stating that the username is already uh, present in our system, and once the first password and the confirmation password, I mean the first password and the second password should match. Otherwise, our form will return an error. So as I've told you that this user creation form has a lot of validation plus this custom validation. So it will actually check all the validation it has plus our validation. I hope that's clear. So if everything is okay, it will actually save the form. Alrighty. So after saving the form, we'll actually need to send user with email activation link, so as user should activate his or her account before logging in. Okay, so the next step is we are going to write a piece of code which will actually be specifically for sending user an activation link to his or her email. Okay, so let's say current site. So before we proceed, I'll actually not write this HTML template, but what I'll do is I'll give you this. Okay, so before you start your project, make sure you check out or at this moment you can check out the link below the video description and make sure you have this folder. So I am going to copy it and paste it here. Okay, authentication, email activation, and this is actually going to be activate email message. All right. I'll tell you what does render to string do. So what does render to string do? This will actually generate an email with an activation link to a user, okay, which it will actually take all of these and render them as a string to this HTML page we have created, and this is actually what will be sent to a user as an activation email. So user stands for username after receiving a clean data from validated form. This will actually take the domain name, okay, from which the browser or the client is sending a request. Then after UID and a token, this will actually take user ID, I mean use a primary key, then use base 64 encoder to generate user activation link with the help of user primary key. So I think that's clear. And let me show you, we can actually open activate email message to see how it looks like. So let's come here, activation email message. Okay, you can see please, hi. So this username, okay, is this, okay. Okay, user.username, you can see, please click on the link to confirm your registration. Okay, if you think it's not you, then just ignore this email. So this template we have created with the help of render to string. Okay, so render to string will help us to create an email with by using activate email message. I hope that's clear. And these are the content which will be placed in email. Okay, so you need actually to assume that activate email message is our activation email, which contains this information which will be rendered by render to string. I hope the explanation are clear and enough. So this is to mail. So here we initialize an email, then here we send email. So if you hover the cursor here, you can see it takes the subject, it takes the body from to BCC connected attachment. So for our case, we have actually specified the mail subject. Okay, we have specified the mail subject, which is, okay, this mail subject. We have specified the message, this is our message, and we have specified the recipient of an email. After initialize and packing our email, so here we send our email to a user. So if everything is okay, we expect to get a message. So here, after creating user login form, what we'll expect is to redirect a user to a login. Okay, redirect a user to a login page. But so far, we can just redirect user to the root or to the main path of our application. So this is user registration view. So what we have done so far towards user registration process, we have actually created a user registration form. After creating user registration form, we have created a user registration view. Okay. After that, what should be the next is, since we are sending an email, so we needed to make some configuration. Okay. So we needed to make a configuration of SMTP. Okay. But also, as you have seen here, we are using the Django templates because this is full Django up full Django web application, we actually don't have the front end framework. So let us make some setting for our templates in setting py file. So let us open py file. The database will remain as it is, but here on py, on template files, first of all, we need to import OS. After importing OS, what we need to do here on templates, it should be something like this. So what we are actually trying to specify here is the templates path is go to the base directory of this project, then after find templates folder. Okay, that's okay. Let us move on. SMTP configuration. Okay, you can say email backend. .smtp. Okay, we needed to specify email hosts. We needed to specify email port. So this will actually differ according to you, but for this demonstration purpose, I am going to use Google SMTP. Email host user. So this is the Django SMTP configuration, right? I don't know if you can, I don't know if you know how to create something like this from Google, but I remember I once shared or lectured a video on how to send an email by using Google, by using Python, in Python by using Google. Okay, let me see here. Learning Python is a channel for learning Python. So okay, let me search send email. I am not so sure. So 4 months ago, I actually lectured how to send email using Python. Let me see if the part of getting or setting up SMTP. Yes. I think I showed a way. Okay. Yes, I hope it's something like this. But you can set up two-factor authentication After setting up two-factor authentication for your email, you'll be able to create an app with password. Okay, so that is what you'll actually be using when sending email by using Google SMTP. If this video will actually not be enough, you may try out to find some another tutorials or Googling on how to achieve this. So let's get back on views. So we already we already created the user registration view. After that, we needed to add the path of the view to URLs. Okay, so here what we can actually do is we can copy this, and here on authentication we can create a file URLs py. Okay, can move this. So here is where we'll be putting our URLs. Okay. So let us do something. Okay. So here we have actual registered view register. Okay. So let us come here. Okay. After registering this view, what we need to do here is to import authentication URLs to main URLs project of our Django. Okay, this means that it will make these URLs included in our main project or will be visible. Okay. We needed to import include bracket, then application name, which is authentication. Okay, let us refresh this. Okay, can see view authentication did not return any HTTP response. Okay, so let us get back on our views here. Okay, so we need to do something on our views. At development. return render request authentication register.html. Should it be something like this? Should come this line. Okay, let us refresh. Okay, you can see login. Okay. We can create another view here with the name login. No. Let us get back on URLs of our authentication application and do something here. Okay, because the login is very simple. Okay. Login is quite very simple. So what we can do here, we can say path. Okay. Let us try to remove it and put it here. Okay, let us remove this. All right, let us get back here. So if we refresh, you can see we have a form. Okay, there is first name, last name, username, email, password 1 and the password 2. So this is okay. You can see click here to register, to log in. Before we perform testing for our user registration functionality, let us add one more function which will help us to create, to check the validity of user activation link. Okay, so it will actually special to activate a user once a user click a link. As normal as usual, we start with def, which is keyword for creating Python function. So this part of code here below, okay, what it actually does is to once a user click activation link, it will execute, check the token, and change the user status from is active false to is active true. Okay, so here what I am actually going to do here is, let's first of all try to register. Okay, let me say full bar. Okay, username, let me say full bar. Email, let me say and put this email. Password, okay. Okay, just click submit. Don't save. Okay, we can see email, activate email message does not exist. Okay, let us see if this template activate email message, activate email message. It is email activation. Oh, it should be email activation. Okay, so here it is email activation. It should be something like this. So DB browser, let us open our database to check if the the user we have registered has been or was successful saved. Okay, let us come here. Okay, so just open the database. Yes. Okay, click here, so browse, and let's check for auth user, right? You can see user Moses has been successful registered. Let me check out my email and see if an email was sent. In fact, the email was not sent. So let us delete this record. Okay, and after can save database. Then let us try to register once again. Okay, so we can say the first name is full, the last name is bar, the username is full bar, and the email address is mosesnoel02@gmail.com. The password is something I can't tell you. Put the password here. Okay, put the password. Submit. Boom. Oh. You can see activate is not a valid function. What's happening? I think we actually created activate function, but the worst thing we actually did not add it in URLs of our application. Okay, and this is actual coding. You code it, turns some errors. So let us include the path, URL path of activate function here, right? Okay, and the name is activate, right? That's perfect. Let's get back on views, and I wanna see something here. Okay, what is this? Okay, this is UIDB. UIDB, okay. User ID base 16, and it is supposed to be something like that, like this: user ID base 64. Let us check out if there was an email. So no email here. Okay, since there is no email, we can once again open our DB browser SQLite, open our database, and delete a user, because we are very sure that a user was created successful. Let us delete this, then save. That's perfect. So as normal as usual, coding is try and error. So now let's try one more. So the first name is Fu, the last name is Bar, the username is Fuba, email address is mosesnoel02, the password is something I can't tell you in my life. So let me put the password here. Okay, that's perfect. Register. Oh, I can see SMTP auth extension not supported by server. Okay, I think there is an error during sending of email. Okay, mail.send. Okay, it's a SMTP auth authentication not supported. I am very sure that the email is not sent, but user has been successful created. Okay, what's wrong here? Okay, I am very sure there is this file. Activate email message. Okay, let us review our code to see what is happening, why we can't send an email. Mail to mail form.clean data. Okay, oh, okay. So here mail.send. What's wrong? Make token. Okay, default token generator.make token. base 64 encode force byte user.pk. Okay, what's wrong? Let's get back on our form. Okay. Okay. For curiosity purpose, let me copy this. Paste it here. Okay. SMTP not supported. Okay, let us come here in setting. Okay. So django.core.mail.backend.smtp email backend. This is okay. smtp.gmail.com. This is okay. Email host user. It's okay. Email host password. It's okay. Email use of okay, it should be email use underscore lc and not email user. I think this will be perfect. So before we proceed, let us test on our forms we actually added this, okay, and we said the purpose of adding this is to make sure no user email should duplicate. Okay, so let us try here. Okay, let us refresh here and say let's do something. If you are very clever, you might have known my password. Okay. Okay. We still get some error. You can see user reference the before assigned. Okay. You user reference the before assigned. What is this? Okay. This is a user, right? Okay, what I'm actually messing with things up is just the normal indentation in Python. Things should go like this, right? That's why I am, or we are getting this error. Okay, there is something wrong with indentation level. Okay, but also this should come here. Indentation in Python is very important, and you actually need to be very careful. Okay, so if everything is okay, user should get this message. What I've chosen here is to redirect a user. Okay, okay guys, I hope this is perfect, right? So let us refresh. We can say full bar, the username full bar, email address Moses Noel 02, password is something I can't tell you, never. Okay, so when you click submit, oh, this is perfect. You can see a user with username already existing. What if we try to change the username? I am very sure it will tell you that an email already exists. Okay, so click submit. Okay, what account failed? Why it does not tell the reason that the email exists? From what I know, it should return an error here. Okay, let us check our form. Okay, this is actually what supposed to be returned below our form. Okay, what is wrong? What is wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Is our form wrong? Oh, we are wrong. Okay, I think something which is wrong. This function should be at the same indentation level with class meta. Oh, I don't know why we are messing up like this. So let's get back here. Put password. I am very sure that it will tell us that user email existing. And this is not by default but by design, because I don't want user to have similar email, because email is being used to reset password. Okay, so click submit here. Oh, perfect. This email already in use. Please use a different email. So let us try out to delete a user, and after deleting a user, we'll create the same user with the same email. So let us load this database, then click here. Let us remove this user. Control S to save. Then after, put password. And now this time I prefer to use the full bar. I don't know why. but it actually just happened that I fall in love with this name. So we can say root. Okay. So when you click submit, not now. So I am very sure that we have been redirected here, and oh, that's perfect. You can see this is email, the Django test email. So here, if you have a domain name, you can put your domain name here. Okay, what we can do here, let's say our domain name is Lenny Python. Okay, say Lenny Python. Okay, so Lenny Python will be displayed here. So once I click here, you can see this is activation link for a user. Okay, we can copy here. Before copying this, let us open this. Okay, open our database. Okay, you can see is staff. The status of is staff is 0 means is false. But what if I paste it here? Oh, something is wrong. Is user activated? Still the status is false because there is some error. Okay, user.objects.get line 54. Okay, let us open this line 54. It says I guess it should be something like this. I don't know why we are messing with things up. So let's press enter. You can see activation, email activation successful. This there's no this template. What is happening? Email activation successful. But I'm very sure now the status of user is active. Yes, this is perfect. This is what at the point of activating user account. This email activation successful. Oh, it is not email activation. It is actual activation successful. Okay, should be something like this, and here it should be something like this. What is the difference here is to put unactivated. So when we refresh this, still authentication activation successful. Okay. It should be something like this. Let us refresh. Perfect. You will see this if user is successful active. Okay, that's perfect. Before we move to log in, log out, and the password reset. So far we have remained with only 3 functionality: log in, log out, password reset. We are done with creating a project, creating an application, creating user registration with activation link to email. Okay, that's perfect. And this is the biggest part of this tutorial session. Uh, Before we move to the next part, I would like to show you the authentication register. Okay, so this is how simple the page looks like. Okay, it's you just put CSLF token, then after you load the form, and I can actually tell you where this form comes from. Okay, this form is a form we created here on forms, and the name of the form is user registration, which inherits the Django form user creation form. After creating a form, specifying the fields, and I did some more deep form validation, we went and create a view. Okay, so this is creating a view. Here is validating the form. Here is actually generating an email, sending an email. Okay, and here is where we render our form. Okay, so this is context variable, which is being passed from the Django view to the Django template. So here we pass our context variable, and in HTML, we load our form. Boom, we are done. So you can actually get a cup of milk or a cup of coffee or a glass of water, then get back to finalize uh, user login, user logout, and a password reset by using email. So let us proceed with login after successful implementing register and an account activation by using email. Okay. So what we are actually going to do here, I remember we are doing something here. I once did something like this. Redirect authenticated user. Okay, we need to redirect authenticated user. Authenticated user. Then you set it as true. Yes, it should be something like this. So what we can actually do here is trying to see how login looks like. Okay, what happens if we put /login? Can see password is set, not found. Okay, no worry. We can add the URL for password reset, path, then template name is equal to authentication / password reset. .html. Then it should be password reset, and the name should be password reset. Let us check if there is password reset in authentication. Okay, there is this password reset. Okay, So I think this should be okay. So if we try to refresh here, you can see password reset is not valid. Function name. So what is happening? Reset. Okay, so if we try to refresh here, okay, so this is actual login. So if I remember right, my username was foobar. This is my password. Okay, submit. Okay. You can see page not found. So we actually needed to do some small configuration here. Just come here in setting. So in setting, we needed to specify the URL of which user will be redirected after a successful authentication. I mean, when user has successful logged in. So here we can say login URL, login URL. But on top of that, we needed to add a default home page of which once a user has successful logged in, a user should be redirected to that page. So you can say, let us create something relating to the home page. Okay, we are actually going to create a home page for an authenticated user, right? So we can say this is home page for authenticated user. Home page.html, and here we needed to put the decorator, which is login required. This means that for an authenticated user, any unauthenticated user should come. Yes. Okay. So let us check. Okay, not checking, right? Okay, what we can do here is, let us copy this. I am not so sure if it is present here in templates. That's cool. Okay, so what we can do here, let us go on login once again. Okay, let us go on login once again. Okay, home page is not valid function. So what we actually needed to do here is to add home page in URLs of our application, right? So this is very much simple. You can just copy this line, put it here, and we can say home page. What you can do is not. Okay, what we can do here, okay, home page, okay, home page, home page. This is okay. So if we refresh here, okay, you can see we have been redirected to home page because we are already authenticated. So let us create a logout. Okay, so we're done with login. Okay, and we're actually going to do logout, then after password reset by using email. So logout is very simple. we can copy this. Can put logout here, logout. Okay. Auth view dot log out view dot as view. So name is log out. This is perfect. So let us refresh this. Boom. Okay, you can see we are done with login. We are done. Okay, let us try out to test if logout works. So if we click here, you can see we have actually done user registration with email activation, account, log in, log out. Now it's time for password reset. So when I click here, you can see I am asked to provide my email. So let me put my email. When I submit, okay, you can see password reset confirm. It's not a bad function. Okay, password reset confirm. So let us copy this, paste it here. Password reset confirm, take UID token. Okay, auth dot password reset confirm dot as view. Bracket, we need to specify the template name. Okay. It should be, we can copy this up to here. Then password reset confirm. Password reset confirm. And here it should be password set confirm. Okay, what we are actually doing here is to use this. This is the pre-built Django view. Then after we are using we're actually using a custom HTML template we have created. So this is password reset confirm. Okay, this is a page where form to change the password will be. Okay, so let's refresh here. Okay, password reset down, not found. Okay, let us come here. Let us copy this, paste it here. So password reset done. Password reset done. Should be password reset done. View. Okay, and the template should be password reset done. Okay, let us refresh once again. Okay, you'll see this after confirming for password reset. An email will be sent to account to reset password. So let us check. Okay, you can see there is a link here for password reset. So let us copy this. So actually it is very simple. You actually need these three view. There is password reset done, password confirm. Okay, so here I can put password. Okay, so okay, change my password. So there is actual one view password reset complete, which is actual. It is just a template to tell a user that your password has been successfully changed. It is very simple. This is actual. Once a user has been successfully resetted the password, password reset complete. Password reset complete view. And our template is password reset complete. That's perfect. Okay, it should be something this. So if I refresh here, you can see this is page where password reset confirm and a password reset confirm. Password reset confirm UIDP token. Okay, let us try out once again to reset the password. Change my password. Okay, one more. Okay, let's try once again. First of all, let me try out to see if the password has been changed. Okay, right, the password has been changed. Let me say set the password. Put my email here. Okay, then submit. I hope there is a new email Okay. And this is link. Okay, this is a link. So let us copy this link. Paste it here. So when I change, oh, that's perfect. Password reset complete. So this is actual sum up the end of this tutorial on how you can implement simple login, simple register with email activation link, logout, and a password reset by using email notification. Okay. I think everything is okay, and I promise to upload the source code for the project to my GitHub account. So I hope you will clone the source code. Never mind about the design of this template, because you can create a very attractive login register form by using Bootstrap or any other styles like Tailwind, CSS, or whatever. The core concept of this video was to share my experience of what is happening in the background. Let me thank you in 8. Today is 9 different international language because I met with a man from India. Okay, so asante sana, thank you very much, muchas gracias, muito obrigado, kamza hamida, merci beaucoup, aita, danke, denawad in Indian. So thank you. Don't forget to like, put comment, share, and subscribe. I hope to see you in the next Tuesday.